Hello, are you ready to get ready for 5th grade language arts? If so, you are in the right place. I am Nancy. I'm an author. I have several books published. I really enjoy writing. I have my master's in education. But do you know what I enjoy even more than actually writing? I enjoy teaching my students how to write as well. So I hear from a lot of kids that they want to write their own story. So in this lesson, I want to invite you to have fun and journey with me as we begin writing your story. Let's get started. Going places. We're going to start with the where component of a story. The where, the setting, that's where it all begins. Get it? Before we can actually begin, I need you to go around and gather some supplies and meet me back here. Pause the video and find 3 reading books, hopefully your favorites, chapter books. Get some things to write with and write on. You will want something to just sketch or draw on as well, and something to draw with. Grab a timer. Perhaps your parents have a timer on their phone that you can borrow, and preferably get in a quiet location because you want to be able to use your imagination and creativity without interruptions. Pause the video now, and I will see you back here. Welcome back. Were you able to find 3 reading books, paper to write on, something to draw on, and writing and drawing pens and pencils? And hopefully you found a timer and a quiet location. Let's get started. Today we're talking about the where of the story, or the location, or the setting. Okay? If you look at your favorite author books, the books written by your favorite authors, they normally begin with the where. In this lesson, we're going to discover, imagine, build, describe, explore, journey, and, say it with me, www. Yes, 5 W's. It's kind of fun to say. Can you do it? www, 5 W's. All right, let's go. Now, your story could start in something as simple as a chair. Maybe a good guy is seated in the chair. Maybe it's the villain plotting some evil scheme. In any case, imagine this being the very beginning of your chair. Your story is in this chair. I want you to pause the video and describe the chair. Describe the opening scene. Visual clues, emotion, have at it. See you back here in 5 minutes. Welcome back. Okay, how did it go? Now, when you start establishing the location or the setting or the where, you want to give a lot of visual clues, such as padded seat, wooden arms, dark mahogany colored furniture. If it's a scary story, maybe the chair is in a dark room. Or if it's a very formal occasion, it's in a ballroom. You decide. Let's go on and learn some more tips. Now, when I say pink elephant with polka dotted pajamas, eyeglasses, and purple sneakers, did you picture anything? Yes, hopefully you pictured a pink elephant with nightwear with polka dots and some running shoes, right? Now, it is time for you to use your imagination. Close your eyes for a moment. If I say the word spaceship, what do you see in your mind? Now, open your eyes. Part of writing the where of the story or the location is first seeing it for yourself. That takes place mentally. And then, before it goes away from your mind, you quickly jot down what you just saw, what you just imagined. Don't worry about getting everything right the first time. This is a draft. You mainly want to get it onto paper. So, for this exercise, pick 3 of the words listed on the page below, right here. Building, cloud, room, spaceship, forest, hills, swing, kitchen, car. Pick 3. Pause the video. Take about 10 minutes actually. 10 minutes. Write sentences to describe what you imagine. After all, when I say the word building, what you see inside is really different from what I see. See you back in 10 minutes. Pause the video. Welcome back. Wasn't that fun? Listen, writing does not have to be boring. It's only boring if you make it boring. Come on. You've got a great creativity. Use it and share it with the world. Let me show you. I did this exercise earlier, and I'm going to share it just a little bit. I took building. Here's mine. The massively tall building stood in the very center of Bradentown. I just made up Bradentown, okay? 10 stories tall with transparent glass walls. The Biggie Toy Manufacturing Company, well, I had to have the building do something, loomed high above all the other businesses in the busy metropolitan area. Sunlight beamed brightly as Wendy, okay, I had to put a character, made her way to the front step. You still seeing location? Press the big black round security button positioned next to the beautiful turnstile door. This button alerted the receptionist of Wendy Jones' desire to enter. Did you go with me? Did you travel to the city and see this big building? Well, maybe not physically, but hopefully, mentally, you were able to see at least some of what I was wanting you to see. Do you get the idea now? If you open your story with powerful descriptions of the location and help your reader to see it, it invites the reader to journey with you, to go on this adventure. Let's learn some more tips. Do you see this field right here? Do you know one of my books actually began with that field? You could take, one strategy is to take an empty thing. Imagine being the construction person and you're building upon it. Let's try it now. Imagine something empty, like perhaps an empty basketball court or a large empty room, or a large field, or maybe even a wide ocean with water, or a space, an outer space. What are you going to build? What you're going to do is, in your mind, you imagine what you're going to put on this thing in this empty space. First, imagine it. And then quickly, before it disappears, write down what you saw in your mind. You write it on paper. But you need to do it quickly before it disappears. It's really important. Don't worry about, like, if you don't know how to spell it or whatever. Just get it down there. It's the draft. You don't want to have to stop and look up words because you want it to flow. So just do your best. You can always check the dictionary later, okay? Do some building. Picture something empty and picture yourself building on it. Write what you see. Write what you end up building on there. And join me back here in 10 minutes. See you soon. Welcome back. Let me share with you just a little bit of how my building went. Wasn't that fun? I think it's so much fun. Okay, this is just the beginning of what I wrote earlier. The perfect spot. Yes, a beautiful garden. Oh, that sounds so good right now. I live in the city area and just having a beautiful garden sounds so nice, you know? Yes, a beautiful garden would certainly fit nicely here. I would like to plant red, fragrant roses, soft, delicate lilac, that's like a purple, flowers, have beautiful bird bath could reside in the middle of the flower garden. A flowing walkway constructed of small pebbles of various colors would add a nice, pleasant, strolling area. Cute wooden birdhouses, white birdhouses, it was white in my picture, will certainly line the walkway. Now, of course, I'm going to be adding more to this and refining it and everything, but did you start to picture it? What do you think? Isn't that beautiful? Like, if you're used to being in a city and noisy and everything, doesn't that sound so nice? Just to relax and read a book that you get to go stroll in the beautiful garden. At least I think it is. Maybe yours is a spaceship and a adventure in it and aliens. Oh, my kids, my students, I should say, have quite an imagination, and I've read many creative descriptions of settings. It's amazing, 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 amazing. Don't let anyone tell you that you lack imagination. You just need to capture what you see inside and put it down on paper, okay? And have fun doing so. You can always go back and dress it up, but first, get it onto paper. I hope you enjoyed that little exercise. Let's go on, okay? Now, you might be asking by now, why did I have you go pick up 3 books, right? All right, bring your 3 books, put them on the table or desk or wherever you are in front of you. Next to them, you need to have a way to take notes, okay? Here's what we're going to do. These are hopefully books that you enjoy. Chapter books, right? I want you to now play a detective role. You're going to open each book one by one at a time. Take about 5 minutes per book. And I want you to see how your favorite author began the story. Your story may begin with an introduction. It may begin with the chapter 1. Wherever it is, start at the beginning and see if your favorite author included anything about location. Take notes on what you pick up on. Did the location take place on a deserted island? Did it start in the middle of a desert? Did it start out on a boat on an ocean? Did it start in a particular country or a particular town or a particular street or a particular room? Take notes. That's how you learn. This is called explore. You explore the works of famous authors or your favorite authors and see how they did it. Okay? I want you to pause the video, take about 15 minutes, 5 minutes per each of your books, and see what you discover about location, about the where question, and see how your author approached this. What did they write? See you in 15 minutes. Pause the video. Welcome back. Did you learn some things? Did you discover what it is about the book that attracted you to it? Why is it your favorite? Why do you enjoy reading it? Chances are the author invited you in by describing the where, the location, the setting. Chances are high that the way your author wrote it allowed you to picture it mentally with your mind. Oh, let me interject this. I forgot to tell you. Younger kids, when they are reading their books, they have to have pictures, right? Every page has a picture and then there's some writing. Why is that? Look at chapter books. Chapter books normally don't have as many pictures. Now, some of them may have some pictures, but in general, for the most part, they don't have as many pictures in chapter books. That's because as you grow older, such as you're doing for 5th grade, the authors of these books know that you have an imagination and you are able to see what they're writing about now because your vocabulary is growing, okay? So as you read a book, I want you to practice really picturing what the author is saying, what they're writing. And it starts by looking at the setting, looking at the where. You see, writing and reading go together. When you write a story, you are helping the reader to see. When you read a story, you're checking out what the author wrote and you're taking it apart. You're trying to see it for yourself. You get it? Let's journey on. Now, many of my students struggle on the next tip. The question is, does your reader want to go there? To your where? To the location? To the setting that you're describing? When you create your location, when you create your where, make it interesting. Make it interesting. Build it so that it's attractive, that someone reading your book would want to go there. Now, one technique of doing that is a whole different lesson. It's called sensory. You want to include, just real quickly, I'll give you that heads up for that. You want to include words that help me to see it, hear it, taste it, smell it, touch it. You want to include sensory words. Because when you include sensory words, it helps me feel like I'm a part of the story. Make it an adventure. Make it a journey. Now, just as when you're going on vacation or on a trip you normally don't just stay in one place. The same is true for a story. I encourage you, as you consider writing your story, decide where you're going to start, what location will you move to next, what's after that, Plan out the locations, okay? List them out. First location, middle of the field, spaceship ready to be loaded. Second location, blast off. You're blasting off into the space, but it's still daylight. Third location, it is now dark and things are flying everywhere. Fourth location, you land on a foreign planet. You get it? Now, list it out first, then go back and describe what you see. Build it. Okay, the field, grassy green, big like a football field. The spaceship, is it circular? Is it pointy? Does it have wings? Add details. First, start with your plan, your steps. I'm here, then we go here, then we go here, then we go here. Then go back and describe what each of those look like. That makes up the where component of your book. Now, listen. You will want to consider the other W's as well as you build out your story. This lesson, we focused on going places. We focused on the where. There are still 4 other things to build into your story: the when, the who, what, and why. If you would like to continue learning how to write stories, please connect with me on Wyzant or find your favorite tutor there. Also, I want to encourage you. This is a great time, great opportunity to check out the other great videos in Wyzant's Get Ready For series. Have fun, enjoy writing, write your story. I hope to welcome you as a new author, and I hope to hear from you soon. Have a great day. It has been my pleasure. Now listen, before I close, I forgot to tell you one thing. Your story is not like anyone else's. Just like when I said the word building, the building you pictured was way different than the building I pictured. Your story is special. It's different from my story. And guess what? You are the only one that can really tell your story best. So today, I want to encourage you. Write your story. See you soon.